I meet no one but me. You see, everything in the Bible is you also. There's nothing in the Bible but you. What did I say, that last statement? There is nothing in the Bible but you. There is no one in the Bible but you. Said, Reverend Ike, isn't God and the devil in the Bible? Yes, that's you too. Yes. Not only that, every place in the Bible is you. Every mountain in the Bible is you. Every mountain in the Bible represents a high, uplifted spiritual state of consciousness within your being. The valley represents your low moods, attitudes, and ideas. But you see, when the Christ appears in you, through you, and as you, then every valley shall be exalted. I meet no one but me. So when you read the Bible from now on, go looking for yourself. That's the key to the Bible. Because you see, one of the marks of the master is that he recognizes himself. Now, the moment you get to the point where you can recognize yourself in the people in your world, you are really developing your self-mastery. When you can recognize yourself even in the disagreeable people in your life, you are developing a high degree of self-mastery. Because the moment you recognize these people in your life as you, though disagreeable they be, that gives you a great leverage to change the type and the kind of people that you meet. Do you know how you control the people in your life? By being the kind of person you want to meet. There's an old Christian song that used to go something like this. What kind of church would my church be if all of its members were just like me? But the truth is, all of its members are just like you. The feuders and the hell raisers, the deacons and the dickens. The gossipers and the hypocrites. They're not other people. As long as you can be conscious of a hypocrite, that hypocrisy is within yourself. Wow. Again, in order to change and control people and conditions in my life, I must change and control what I add to I am. Prosperity is an inside job. I can say to you that all of life is an inside job. Say that. All of life is an inside job. Now, I hope that one of the things you will accomplish from this lesson tonight is the realization that all of life is an inside job, and where you should work in life is where? Inside. Again, in the field of your mind, in the field of your own inner being. Again, the most difficult way to steer an automobile is to get outside and pull at the tires. But the most efficient, effective way is to what? Use the steering wheel that's on the inside. I want to repeat what I said a few moments ago. The way you control the kind of people that come into your life is by being the kind of person that you would like to meet in your life, that you would like to deal with, that you would like to have in your life. It has been said this way, and it is valid. Be the change that you desire. Say that. I am the change that I desire. You see, you're always getting what you are. You are always getting what belongs to your subconscious word, to your subconscious self-image. You're always getting that. A man can receive nothing except it be given to him from heaven. The higher law, in other words, is always in operation and giving you what belongs to your subconscious self-identity. This is why a person can work 3 jobs and yet remain 2 steps behind the bill collector. And he swears he has bad luck. He's working his behind off. but he's doing nothing in the field of his mind. He who tills his land shall have plenty of bread. That's the higher law. And a man can receive what? Nothing, except it be given him from heaven. It means that you have got to learn the higher law and follow the higher law. That's why I've changed my emphasis around here. And I'm more interested in teaching than preaching. And I'm going to raise up a new consciousness here, and it's already happening. We've got to get out of this business of unconscious living, not knowing where we came from and where we are and where we're going. We can't just simply live by dumb luck and happenstance. You shall know, gnoskai, science. You shall know the truth, and the truth will make you free. Be the kind of person that you want in your world. Because again, all of the people in your world are going to be just like you, though you do not recognize them in many cases, and wonder where in the hell did they come from. Now you're going to have to agree. Haven't you bumped into some folks and you've wondered, where in the hell did this one come from? Here is a beautiful statement that comes to me again and again in my meditations. I've read it in 2 books. I don't know who said it first, so I'm not going to say it as a quote. The soul must meet and overcome all of its limitations. So you see, those people that you meet, those SOBs, you've got to meet them because that's your limitation that you've got to overcome. And I've had it happen many times when people begin to study this science. Sometimes they have a beautiful demonstration. At first, they get a whole lot of money, or they get healed, or something wonderful happens to them, and boy, they're enthused about this thing, and so they really get into it. And then all of a sudden, wham, a whole lot of SOBs crop up in their lives. A whole lot of different problems happen, and they went, oh my God, Reverend Ike said I can't lose with the stuff he uses. Now what is all of this? Well, you see, you've been negative so long. When you start being positive, what you did, you stirred up all the negatives. And you've got to meet them and overcome those SOBs. But just don't forget, those SOBs are not outside of you. They're where? They're within yourself. Jesus said what? A man's foes shall be of his own house. Here again in the Bible, in many cases, house and land means mind. And Jesus said, don't think I've come to bring peace, even though in another case he's called what? Prince of Peace. But you have to understand this. Don't think I've come to bring peace. He said, no, I've come to bring a sword. Now the sword is again what? The Word of God. He's not talking about atomic bombs or hydrogen bombs. He said, I've come to bring a sword. I've come to set the father against the mother, and the daughter against the mother, and the son against the father. He said, oh my God, and the literalists just go crazy with that. What does that mean? The mother and the father, the son and the daughter, these are all facets of your own mind. When spiritual truth hits that negative mind, boy, it turns it upside down. Because you see, all of your opinions and things you believed all of your life, they have been shaken loose. You see, all of your days you've been going to church and you've been listening, and people have told you that your life is controlled and your destiny is controlled by some God in the sky. That either God and or the devil are responsible for what happens to you. And all of a sudden you come here to get healed, and Reverend Ike tells you it's because of your thinking. And that just turns everything topsy-turvy. And so then you grab a hold of your thinking and start turning your mind around, boy, and it looks like every devil out of hell comes up to meet you. And some people give up the journey. They just rather make as much peace as they can with their devils. You see, here again, and I don't talk much about DEVIL, but there is an aspect in which you deal with that, and it has to be a positive aspect. You see, but all those devils, they're your devils. You kind of go along with the world, the world will kind of go along with you. You belong to the nice little club, Little Old Ladies Pink Lemonade Society. And the Daughters of Hezekiah, and And you get together every once in a while and talk about how bad things are. And gossip about one another and so on, you know. But I mean, all of a sudden, when you discover that I am God, that thought is God, and you relate to life from a different premise altogether, man, you stir up all of those negatives. The soul must meet and overcome all of its limitations, all of its negatives. But you see, it's so helpful when you know this, when you understand this, and you understand, hey, you know, this isn't some arbitrary God in the sky testing me or trying to make me suffer. What I'm meeting here is one of my own limitations. What I'm meeting here is one of my own negatives. And because it's mine and because it's me, I have control of it. I have God power over it. And then you see, you realize that these people and these things don't have power over you.